like to remind you that no man was ever shot while doing dishes.
Yeah, I've got a very clear list of things I cannot talk about. I'll tell you first off, my primary goal is to make Sarah Wilcox cry as much as possible during this toast. Which one? Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Let's not put the carriage in front of the horse. You know, I was thinking about all the wonderful things I could come up here and say. I've known Sarah for a long time, and I've known Brad for a long time as well, but I thought it would be appropriate to start with a story about character. Brad is a wonderful man and truly one of my dearest friends. Brad convinced me to take up the competitive sport of kickball when we had all graduated from college. So we're all out of school. You know, we've all shared these wonderful memories. We decided we're going to live out our last few years of athleticism and cartilage in our knees playing kickball. So Brad puts together this kickball team, and he's our captain and our fearless leader, and so we kind of follow him everywhere he goes. So we're playing this kickball game, right, with other random 20-somethings. And Brad is standing on third base, and it's just a kind of a routine pop fly. And I'll never forget the look of determination I saw in Brad's eyes as he came chugging around third base to come home to score. Now, we played in a co-ed league, so there was guys and girls. And the girl, who happened to be playing catcher, probably weighed about 94 pounds, soaking wet. Brad saw her as an obstacle to his success. So the ball's coming in. Brad is he's so determined to score. He doesn't even see this poor, small, petite woman standing over home plate. The ball comes in, and it's your standard kind of bang-bang play. Everybody kind of arrives to the plate at the same time. Brad is convinced that he's going to run into this girl. So he does the gentlemanly thing and tries to kind of, maybe embrace the hit. But he doesn't slow down at all. He just keeps moving forward. All his momentum is carrying him. And as he drops his shoulder, he catches this poor girl right in the larynx. And the first thing to hit the ground is the back of her head. And if I'm lying, I'm dying. There were at least 5 people in the room who were there that night. She goes completely horizontal, head hits the ground, and then just kind of these guttural moans start to come out. Well, things go from, oh, wow, that was amazing, to, oh, wow, Brad just ran over a girl real fast, to the tune that their entire bench is nose to nose with Brad. We all empty out of our bench. We're trying to separate people. And as this girl is kind of laying on the ground and moaning, she said a lot of things. A lot of things came out of her mouth. Most of them are not appropriate to repeat. But the last thing she said was perfect. She just said, "Oh my God, somebody get me a cigarette." And then followed it up with, "That's the most action I've gotten in 6 months." And as tense as things were from, a man almost ending the life of a young woman, that immediately diffused the situation, and we all laughed, and we had a good chuckle about it, and we still laugh about it to this day. And there's really no segue to how that transitions to Brad's character, so I'll just say that Brad's a great guy, and and in all honesty, he's a dear friend, and while kickball has nothing to do with anything that has to do with his character speaks volumes for himself. And every one of these guys, and probably a lot of these girls, would testify to Brad Wilcox being one of the most loyal and considerate people they've ever met in their entire life. And it's exciting for friends and for brothers who've done so much life together to see somebody be abundantly happy. There's just no other way. There's no other way to know you kind of made it in life than when you can take such great joy in your friend's great joy. And we've been doing it for such a long time. To see it come to its pinnacle, its fruition here, getting married to Sarah, who is obviously such a wonderful influence on Brad in so many ways, is a really special thing for me personally to share, and for my family to share, and I know for everybody sitting here. So to Brad and Sarah, 2 wonderful people that we love so very much. We love you guys.
My name's Sheridan, and Sarah and I met after college. We had a lot of the same friends in college, but ended up living together for 3 years, maybe a little over 3 years. And I am so excited about tomorrow, and I'm so excited to be here and to be a part of this. And I can't tell you how many nights Sarah and I just spent joking around and having fun, but talking about our future and what it's going to look like and where we're going to be and who we're going to be with. And I love that Wes described Brad as being an incredibly loyal friend, because I feel the exact same way about Sarah. She is incredibly compassionate. Anyone that knows their Cross family and Sarah knows that she's incredibly compassionate, just incredibly loving and very loyal, and one of the best friends that you could ever have, and was certainly a best friend to me. So I am just really excited about tomorrow, and exactly like Wes said, it's brings me so much joy to see my best friend happy and marrying such a wonderful guy, and they definitely bring out the best in each other, and just pleased to be here, and I love y'all both so much. So, to Brad and Sarah.
Hi, so what do you say about Brad? Brad's the best. Ah, crap, I'm gonna cry. Brad's the best. Brad, you're my best man, and I'm honored to be yours. I'm thrilled to stay here. Just genuinely excited. I think I'm supposed to come up here and say something that's funny, or tell the story that the funniest one, or that captures the essence of Brad. And I can't. There's 73 of them. So I could spend 20 minutes just listing them. I'm not going to, but I mean, come on. Hammock Thursdays, CCCP in Pagosa, WWWWW Wednesdays, studying, right? Lots of studying. Tuesdays and what went on there. Anyway, I could go on forever. And yeah, so if I made this funny and heartfelt, because I had to make it heartfelt too, I'd be here for 20 minutes. So I'm going to drop a lot of the funny, and I apologize. One of the things undeniable about Brad, if you know him at all, is his innate ability, nay gift, to just make things happen, right? How many guys here and girls here would have completely different proposals if it weren't for Brad? I mean, and plenty of people outside this room as well, right? Oh man, Costa Rica, goodness. And so he's got this ability, and it's unique, to kind of break down resistance in others in a good way, and make just about anything happen. And so he and I, with our powers combined, were dangerous. Looking at Matt Sloan right now. We could basically make anyone do just about anything. Again, in a good way. With great power comes great responsibility, and we use this for good, right, Brad? No, but we did, because you taught me one of the most precious things in life is lasting memories, and that's what we tried to make happen with that gift. There's another thing though about Brad that is harder to describe, harder to put words to, but it's Brad. It's when we first really started hanging out a lot, and it's the fact that I can spend every day with you, and I still want to get up the next day and spend the whole day with you. It's that we can just, it's that comfort. Is you can just hang out, and you never run out of things to say, but you don't feel pressure to fill all the time with words. That's unique. That's family, Brad. And there's something about you that's just family. I think we all know it. We all feel it. And that's really unique. And there's Sarah. Sarah, to me, for Brad, you're a multiplier. Established here, Brad's the best, and with you, he's better. That's crazy, and I appreciate that so much. Brad, I see more focus, even more intentionality. I've seen you grow closer to the Lord. You're in better shape than I am now. So, it's easy to say, oh yeah, she made him way better. There's proof, there's evidence, and that's legit. So yeah, I simply love that that y'all are done together, and I can't wait to continue the next decades upon decades to make more lasting memories together. And the fact that we get to do it together is just awesome. I know the things that make Brad a great friend. His intense loyalty. Wes mentioned it. Sherry mentioned it. His insane amount of fun that he brings to everywhere he goes, but at the same time, a tenderness and a conscientiousness and something unique. It's a servant mentality. It's while everyone else is not maliciously, but just kind of about themselves and kind of just making noise, Brad's quietly behind the scenes making things awesome, and that's unique. And so we can all raise our glasses. I'm here to say that those things that make him a great friend are going to make him an even better husband. So, to y'all.
I don't know if I was just leave it in there. Anyways, hi, my name is Kat, and I had an opportunity to get to know Sarah starting at Texas A&M. Anyways, Sarah and I started having some really interesting bonding moments. I got to know her better through our mutual friend Mandy, and we would just find out funny little things that we had in common, like growing up, Sarah and I both had family members who would bake brownies and then decide that it was unhealthy and they shouldn't eat them and then hide the brownies from themselves. And then find them sometimes. So anyways, that was like one of our first really unique bonding moments. Anyways, Sarah and I had an opportunity to get to know each other better through Bible study in college, and then I was so happy to get to spend more time with her here when I moved back to Houston. So I'll keep it short, but one thing that I just admire so much about both of you as I've watched you grow together from being just friends and having Brad, your friend, come pick you up at 5 in the morning to take you to the airport with a coffee in hand, which all my friends do for their girlfriends. To watching your relationship develop is just that you both share two values that I think are really incredible. One is the value of service, and even when you're busy and you have so much going on, you make time to serve others around you, and you both have committed to that so fully that I really admire. The other value is just that you're willing to take a risk to pursue what you love, and I've seen you both choose that independently, and I just think it's so admirable when there are so many people who are pursuing other things that you guys have both been willing to follow your passions. And so I'm very excited to see where that takes you and excited to be a part of your journey together. So here's to Brad and Sarah.
Hi, I'm Austin. I lived with Brad, and Brad lived with me, but not really officially. He slept on my couch more than he slept in his bed one year, and I slept on his couch more than I slept in my bed one year. I think when I think of Brad, I think quality, I would say loyalty. Yeah, but I'd probably give the loyalty award to Daniel. Daniel's probably the most loyal friend I have. I would. Sorry, Evan. He makes you be friends with him, Daniel does. Josh is the most stylish. Brad, I think the word for Brad is the most hospitable man you'll ever know. Self-sacrificing, thinks of everybody else first. And the coolest thing about hospitality is that kind of sounds, I don't know, maybe overrated or cheesy, but in a marriage, self-sacrificial hospitality, serving yourself last, is incredible. Sarah, I don't know you that well, but I know you well enough to welcome Brad to the, hey, I married way out of my league. And as incredible as Brad is, man, I'm so happy for you. I'm waiting for this day. And as a guy to a guy or a brother to a brother, I love you, brother.
Brad and Sarah. Brad and Sarah.
I will also second what Kat said about the service. That night that we did coffee, Brad also came, so I met both of y'all, and it was a lot of fun. And then for the past year and a half, I've just gotten to I feel like I have been blessed and served by both of you individually and as a couple. and it's been like the hugest blessing in my life. And I was laying in bed this morning, like trying to think of a story or something that like embodies y'all. And there were just so many like memories that came to my mind, and it was just hard to like find one that represents like y'all's love for each other and y'all's love for the Lord, and how great of a testimony like y'all have been in my life. Because there's so many, but I did think of one story that I like, and I thought I would share. And it was when Sarah and I had a key, like a spare key, because I lose the key a lot, or I like leave my keys places and stuff. So we had finally put a spare key somewhere around our house, and our landlord had the lawn redone, and so when the lawn got redone, the spare key also went missing. So Sarah was very nervous about that, and like, I think without even being asked, and like a day later, Brad had like replaced our locks on our doors and made them like way better. Like we had a deadbolt and a middle lock, a bottom lock, and we had a screen door that worked all of a sudden, and it was just incredible. And but he gave me and Sarah new keys, and instead of like just giving us regular keys, he like personalized our keys, and Sarah had like a blue one that looked like cute like hers, and mine had a ladybug on it. And I just thought it was so thoughtful and like so loving of him to Sarah and just to us, and like to this day, opening the door with my little ladybug key like makes me really happy. Really happy to have this ladybug key. Anyways, I think y'all are just wonderful, and I know y'all will serve so many people throughout y'all's life together, and I'm just so happy to get to see how y'all glorify God together in y'all's marriage. So congratulations to both of y'all.
Brad, you are, if I could just imagine the best child, you're the best child.
You're 18 years.
Thank you. It's your 18 years, that's right. And beyond that, you don't even need your own 18 years. You're awesome. And so, from the first time I saw you with Sarah, it was fairly obvious to me. And other young people that I couldn't tell you if they were here tonight or not, but they said, hey, Sarah, Brad is interested in a girl named Sarah. And I'm like, really? And they said, yeah, and we don't really know her, but so we're going to do like a background check. Well, thank you for that, and I appreciate it. No, maybe they told me after they did it. We're like, okay, so we had like the dinner with Brad, and we said, Brad, are you like do you like just go with her places, or are you like holding hands and stuff? So obviously holding hands came into play, and so they went ahead and did the background check. And so I'm relating this to dear friends of the Krauses that I don't actually understand are dear friends of the Krauses, who are people my age. And I said, you know, these girls who love Brad are doing a background check on Sarah Krause. And they said, well, that's not necessary. And I said, well, you know, I could actually tell that up front when I first met her. I said, and so, you know, not that we were like in the laundry room with the door shut talking about Sarah or anything like that, but it was adorable. I love that your friends love you so much, Brad, that they're background checking on your girl, even though it wasn't necessary. And we knew that right up front just from looking at her. And Sarah, you're just like, so I told you this at lunch today, but Brad is a fine human being with a good heart and a fun spirit, and you double that, and someone said that already, and so when we saw Brad multiplied and just even more brilliant and wonderful than ever, we were convinced that the background check was not necessary. So here's to Brad and Sarah.
Thank you all for being here and being part of their lives. There are many things many ways that they're alike. They're both intelligent and creative and kind, and other ways that they're not alike but really complement each other well. And talking about that kickball game, I think if Sarah had been in that kickball game in rounding third, she probably would have done the same thing. Yeah. She grew up with brothers and was very competitive. And one of my favorite moments when she was in grade school and playing church league basketball, she was very focused and determined, and the other team had a real tall girl on their team, and they got a rebound, and she had gone down to the other side of the court, so they threw the ball down, and she was all alone. And the rest of Sarah's team just sat and watched, but Sarah went full speed after her, and right under the basket, as she was going to do a layup, Sarah dived and knocked the ball out of her hands. So, and I know her grandfather and I would love to watch her play high school basketball because she played such a defense. We always said she led the team in floor burns because she'd never give up and play really good defense. But really the most important thing they have in common is that they both love the Lord, and our family believes that everything is done for a purpose and the Lord doesn't make mistakes. And we're very happy to have Brad as part of our family, and think a lot of the Wilcox family, and we praise God for bringing them together.
Wow. Man, it's great to see this gathering of friends and family. And thank you so much for coming tonight. And this is just the beginning. Really, the main event's tomorrow. That's the great part about it, isn't it? Well, I didn't come up with a nice, funny story about Brad, but I don't want to do funny. I think I'm ready to do serious. It's
tears.
What's that?
No tears.
No, I don't know about. Well, we'll see. It's a pretty cool thing to see your son grow up to be a man that you admire. Okay, it really is. And Sarah, it's a whole lot of that's happened since he met you. And he's just, nobody's used the word attentive tonight, I don't know. I mean, I heard focused, but attentive is what I noticed, okay? And I've never really had any doubt about Brad. It's just he liked to sort of make you think there was doubt, I will tell this story that, he would never sing. We couldn't get him to sing with us in church. Sarah and I are both in the choir. Chrissy sings in an a cappella group. And at some point, we're standing in church singing, and Brad's got the hymnal. He's just belting out the hymn. And Sarah turns to him and says, well, you can sing. And he says, Mom, I was not going to be a jerk my whole life. Okay? You don't remember that? Well, anyway. And he's not at all. He's not at all, okay? And so, anyway, it's a blessing. And Sarah, my goodness, we are so blessed and thankful to have you join our family, have our families join. And you two make us exceedingly happy just to see you together. Here. Here. Twice over. Here. And I'm not sure what happens now. I think there's still some, I guess we go about our business at this point, right? There's still plenty of refreshments, but they have taken the fajitas away, sorry.
Sarah and I just want to say thank you again for coming in on behalf of the Krause family. We're so excited that you're here to join us in celebrating Brad and Sarah's marriage, and we just want to honor God during this time and just thank Him for what He's going to do in and through Sarah and Brad. So here's to Sarah and Brad.